Hi there, Taurus. Thank you so very much for your patience with this reading. It's your August reading. Let's get right into it. I was meditating on your energy, Taurus, before I turned on the camera, and out popped the Three of Cups in reverse. Okay, overlaying the Mother of Cups in reverse, who's motioning over to the Moon in reverse, which sits right beneath the Mother of Cups. All right, so water energy here for you, and of course, right, the Major Arcana, the Sun. Okay, now I was meditating, and further, a few stacks of cards popped out. Let's take a look at them. They're upside down, so I don't quite know what they are yet, and they popped out in somewhat of an interesting fashion. Let me first show you exactly how they popped out. Just like this, okay. Almost in layers, okay, like sifted layers. Let me separate them and see what lies at the base. It is the Ace of Swords, okay. Upside down, upright. So we'll heed that. You then have the Magician, beautiful Major Arcana, right at sort of the foot bed of this Eight of Swords. All right, you then have this slightly larger stack. The Son of Swords upright, overlaying the Four of Swords in reverse, overlaying the Ace of Swords in reverse, overlaying the Five of Cups upright. Okay, so 4 and a 5 sandwiching this Ace. Ace of Swords, Son of Swords. So swords are a prominent theme here, as it seems, as it pertains to whatever this mindset, okay, has been regarding, I'm hearing for a number of you, career, finances, or how it is that you, find your, I was going to say your solace in the work that you do. Now, when I said that, this slew of cards popped out, and it's interesting because one popped out just separately from the rest, and that is the Six of Cups in reverse, right next to this Son of Swords. Then you have this fan of cards that popped out upside down. It is faced by the Eight of Wands. Okay, so sudden sort of surprises, shake-up, change, momentum, and movement. And that's followed by the Nine of Wands. Okay, upright, overlaying Death in reverse, overlaying the Ten of Wands in reverse, overlaying the Son of Wands in reverse, overlaying the Nine of Cups upright, overlaying the Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay, so absolutely, there has been a major transformation, or in the process of, but for a number of you, I feel that this has happened. Okay, a major transformation in terms of how it is we seek to transmute how we feel about how we perceive what we do. Okay, you realize that it's largely held within the intellectual rational mind, the thoughts that you think, the self-talk, right? In that space of rumination before the action is taken on what it is that we create for ourselves. I'm hearing create for ourselves. Now, it seems that there is this sort of final word, okay, this sort of, I'm hearing viewer's discretion, so take it as you will, Taurus, but it seems that there has been a period of, I'm hearing standstill, okay, in terms of, it's just a process of discernment. How do I work with myself, within myself, to find myself in what I do, Okay, and I'm hearing it's a process of tic-tac-toe. It's a process of tic-tac-toe. It may be pertaining to how I'm hearing the interface of how we communicate with others, of how we rationalize with others, how we collaborate with each other on an emotional basis, but I'm getting primarily, first and foremost, on the basis that regards how we strategize and discern, yet again, discern in ways that contribute to our creativity, right? The Six of Cups. Now, this, for a number of you, I'm getting that this may also be pertaining to, it's almost like work sphere and home life, okay, being two separate sort of properties, as I'm hearing it for you, properties, ways of feeling ourselves through the process of being ourselves. So it's almost like you have your work front and then you have your home front, and there may be this sort of side, I'm hearing side relationship with yourself that in which you see yourself in this sort of dynamic. Okay, it's like by way of experiencing these alternate dimensions of how you can channel your energy. It's almost like a reflection for you through others. All right, for a number of you, and that may be a particular relationship, okay, that you I'm hearing is testing your will for a number of you, but also that which gives you, I'm hearing a sense of property. I'm hearing ownership. Take it as you will, Taurus, right? General reading. But it seems that there's some sort of relationship I'm hearing on standstill that is out the sideline almost. At the sideline, there's some sort of, I'm hearing getting an interface, inference, okay? Some sort of effect that's had from the periphery, okay, on what it is that you seek to accomplish, okay, I'm hearing in your world. Now, there's been this recognition, I'm hearing, of truth, of what we may need to do in order to pursue that truth, to live that truth. I'm hearing full-bodied. And so there's been this question of, right, where do I stand in relation to that truth? In every aspect of my being, mind, body, soul, how do I contribute to it? How do I climb rung by rung closer, deeper into myself? And what ways may I need to leave behind me, right? As I ascend. And there are a number of elements, factors at play throughout this process of clarifying what it is that brings us closer to ourselves, brings us this heightened state of awareness that's greatly internalized, but there's a changing of ways, there's a shaping of ways. I'm hearing audacity, and I'm feeling this very strong sort of perseverance, this focus on commitment to oneself. Okay, now, Seven of Swords. Aha! This appeared to be just one card, right? It's like it felt so much like one card, but when I picked it up, I saw that there are two cards, right? It's a duo, and it's the Three of Swords in reverse right beneath the Seven of Swords. So, all right, you have beneath the Three of Swords in reverse the Devil in reverse and the Ten of Cups in reverse. I feel that this is a period of I'm hearing rumination for a number of you, but reflection. Okay, it's like the after effect, the aftermath. It's like as if it's like this. You know, right, in college classes, let me take a quick sip, 1 second. In college classes, right, where you have the course, you have the day-to-day sort of, right, the sessions, okay, and then you have the after hours, right, the lab, there's discussion sessions, right, that you can collaborate, right, with your fellow teammates, right, students, and TAs, right, teacher assistants, on the topics that you have covered in class. And so I feel for you that either that you may have experienced a lot. There's something that you experienced. It's like you went to the class, you took the class, you gathered certain bits and pieces of information. And as I was mentioning, whatever this references to this classroom, right, in this discourse, I was setting nearly all of my stones on the right-hand side of the spread. Okay, so I'm feeling that you're drawing in lots of bits and pieces of information from different sources, different panels. I'm hearing panel discussion, different resources and reference points. And it's almost like you're collecting all this data, be it energetic as well. Right? For a number of you, I am feeling that energetic. For some of you, literal, actual figures of, I'm hearing speech, okay? that may be coming from different, yet again, forms, through different forms and panels. Okay, I'm hearing panel discussion strongly for you. But Taurus, nonetheless, right, however it is that you resonate with this, perhaps, there is this feeling that now is the synthesis point. How do I bring all of these points of reference together to form my personal point of reference, right? So it's a moment of standing to understand where you stand in relation to, yes, others, but also, most importantly, first and foremost, yourself. And there's this it's almost like you take this step back, you recoil to come into this deeper state of admittance, okay, with what it is, without any distraction, right? It's like, I see you, I'm hearing colloquium, okay, and we have right here the Three of Swords in reverse, the Devil in reverse, the Ten of Cups in reverse. I'm seeing this as, right, there's this period of sort of chaos. Okay, it may not be right in August, it may have been before August, but nonetheless, a period of I'm hearing higher learning, okay, where there's lots of transmission, transfusion of information, of data, etc. Okay, I'm hearing data sets, and there's this pandemonium of, and there are varying viewpoints. There are so many opinions that so many different players in the game hold. And then I see you as saying, okay, I need, and okay, and I also mentioned this, within this group, or this collective, it's almost as if, right, you hold certain ties to the people. I'm feeling discussion panel. I'm hearing discussion panel so strongly for you. Okay, so it's almost like, right, there are certain connections that you hold with certain members within this group, and they may be by blood, they may be, right, relatives, they may be financial bindings. I'm hearing that, as you may see it, perceive it. Others, right, may be simply by way of the ideological association that we share, right, being generally on the same level. But there is this feeling, there is this sort of this preconceived notion and this expectation of synthesis within the collective. But then I see you as saying, I need to take a step back. Right, and it's like you excuse yourself for a moment from all of this mass, okay, of I'm hearing interface, yet again, interface. Okay, so take it as you will, Taurus, but you excuse yourself, and you're like, I heard everyone. I heard everyone out. I understand where everyone is coming from, right, in their own right. And for me to understand how it is that I feel I am to gather all these sources and make sense of it all in a way that is conducive, that is reflective, deeply enough to the point of being efficient, I'm hearing, and also fair play, I've got to give myself the space and the time to just think, and to reflect, right, on what I think in the midst of all of these, right, I'm hearing varying opinions. So I'm getting that there's time taken out. Oh my goodness, these cards are just, they're flying out for you, Taurus, flying out for you, and it's with such adamance. You have the Mother of Wands in reverse. There is this focus on a process, okay, almost like of birthing, of creative process, and all right, it may have to do with a project of some sort. Beautiful, the Fool, right at the base of this Nine of Cups that pops out again for you. Seven of Wands upright. Father of Swords in reverse. Father of Swords has been popping out for nearly every sign now. So it popped out for, was it Virgo? It popped out for Sagittarius. I believe it popped out for Pisces. Okay. Nonetheless, Taurus, Father of Swords in reverse, the Moon upright, and the Five of Wands upright. Okay. Now, Scorpio got the Five of Wands as well, but there is this, what's on the table, Taurus, is the talks, okay, of a new beginning with a creative project, of a new start, a fresh start to something that has been, I'm hearing, in the broiler, okay, in the pan, sizzling, and it's a question of, and there may be many people involved. Many people have their sort of creative touch, their hand, their signature in whatever it is, and again, their opinion or their emotion, their feelings in the greater collective of the collaboration of this project. And I'm getting it that you're kind of like, I feel that you're part of the whole, yes, but you hold this sort of, this conductor's edge, okay? And there is a sense of oversight, and there is a sense of I feel that you want to take the time to really, I'm hearing, rationalize, okay, all of these emotions, all these feelings, all these creative approaches that can be taken as well. And I'm getting that everybody wants to be heard out. Everybody wants to be heard out. And it's almost like this, Taurus. You want to just get things started. You want to get things started. You're wondering, I want to get the engine revving. But there's so much to bring together. There's so many ties that we are to fasten. But it's at the mercy of the isolation of the factor, right, that binds it all. And that is the passion that connects you all. What is the core concept, right, of why you're all here, even at the discussion panel, right, so to speak? Of why you're all here, right, engaging in this discourse, coming to the nucleus of it, the foundation of it, right? Even if everyone may hold their own, right, opinion, there is this thread, I'm hearing this, of consistency, of consciousness through you all. And it's a matter of coming to that, okay, for a number of you as I'm feeling it. And there's this recognition that you all, in a way, it's like we all need to work together, right? There's this feeling of the locomotion, okay, that underpins the progress of this. I'm hearing this wizard's hat, okay. So, however you take that, Taurus, there is, right, this the symbiotic sort of relationship that you all hold with one another, right? It's not like I could just go die, I'm just gonna goodbye, right? I disagree with that, I'm gonna go, right, off on my own. I don't feel it's like that. I feel that it's like you're all cogs to this machinery that, yet again, right, is laced with this emotional, creative undertone. And there was a lot of emotion here, a lot. I almost knocked over this teacup, right off of the table. So lots of emotion, lots of feeling. Everybody feels very strongly about what this is. Feels very strongly about what this is, and they have their own sort of personal sense of conviction with it as well. And there's this process of discernment, this question, almost like a mystery. Okay. Surrounding what it is that stands as the light for the whole show, right? When we stand on stage, what lights all of us up on there when we perform, when we act? I'm here, when we act. When we act together as one, what is it that, right, brings us into that uniformity, right? As different and as diverse as we may be in our viewpoints and our perceptions, right? We're all, at the end of the day, we are all standing on that stage. And why? And why? Let us remember that. Let us remember that. So I'm seeing you all, right? It's like so many individuals sitting at this table, this long table. And there's this feeling of the discourse that is, there's a professionalism to it. And yet there is a very depth to the whole process that there has almost always been, that you've always felt, right? Being sort of the spark, the initiator to why you all even, right, embarked upon it to begin with. And it's the merging of these forces. It's the merging of these forces. And as well, the balancing act, right, between the yin and the yang energy that characterizes this, I'm hearing this dysfunction and also this this dynamic, right? So it's grappling with these sort of two forces of nature, this for a number of you, I'm hearing this mothering instinct, okay, and this very nurturing sort of approach, and that which is stark, that aims at clarity, at keeping things clear, I'm hearing for a number of you. And the light just dimmed when I said that, right? So something about the obscurity and the naturalness of the process where you may not lie in either realm, right? Of absolute clarity, of absolute mystery, right? Remaining within the darkness. There is sort of this, yet again, right? The creative and more fine-tuned strategic interplay of forces, so to speak. The strategy that is brought about with intention, right? Like, I'm going to strategize. Not like I'm going to feel my way through and see how it comes about. But, right, so it's the two different approaches. So I feel that I'm hearing both parties, all parties are at the mercy of this need for this interplay, so to speak, right? Of the masculinity, the femininity, the yin, the yang. And we all have those two propensities, right, in and of ourselves. So it's a question of where do we dance, right? That dance within ourselves, micro. And how do we, right, in what ways do we harmonize with the macro, observing that same equilibrium, okay, of self-expression as the whole. So now I'm seeing that there is, yes, so many creative options, so many ways of going about things, so many ways of handling. I'm hearing panhandling for a number of you, right? So it's all right up to this discernment of creative direction that constitutes this new beginning. And it's all on the table, right? It's all kind of, it's up in the air. It's a period of, I'm hearing dabbling, and it's a period of determining where things go from here. All right. So thank you so very much, Taurus. But before I close this out, I'm going to just pull a few more cards actually for you here. And the first that popped out is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, reiterating, right, this beginning. It absolutely may be pertaining to career finances. All right. A new beginning, a new venture, creative project, getting it off the ground. What is there to it? What does it take? What does it take? Okay. Now let me just pull a few more here for you. Alrighty. Popped out with your very own card, Major Arcana, the Hierophant, Taurus. You have the Two of Pentacles here in reverse. You have the 3, 2, 3, interesting, in succession. 3 of Wands in reverse, both in reverse. You have the Daughter of Cups upright. You have the Hierophant in reverse, who's shouting over at the 6 of Wands, okay, in reverse, and the 10 of Wands in reverse, that's over, pinned by the Son of Wands in reverse. Son of Wands has been coming out for a number of signs now. It came out for Sagittarius, I believe, and potentially Virgo, okay. Now, let's see here, right? So you have this 10 again that pops out. You have this Ace. There's this focus on the transmutation of our ways, of habit patterns. There's the recognition of there needs to be a change with how I channel this creative energy, right? I need to first and foremost remain cognizant of how I'm channeling my energy, right? And then I have to focus on what it is that I am to. It's like this. What's my end goal? My end goal, right? My what is my objective? And I feel it's right, greatly creative, and I'm also hearing collaborative. And keeping this objective in mind, right? how do I sort of gear and target my channeling of energy, my creative efforts in such a way that is in line with this grander objective. I feel there's like this energy spilling out from so many different directions. Okay, there's this pandemonium. Okay, of creative outbursts, right? And that's sort of the way that these cards have been flying out for you, just like in these splurts, splashes of energy, of color, vibration, and frequency. It's exciting. It's eager. There's an eagerness, right? There's a staunch sort of nature to the way that you seek out this birthing. I'm feeling it's like a birthing of creativity, but yet there's this at the same time this sort of slowing down, this rewiring, this reframing. How is it that I want to move forward so that I can actually, right, move forward towards reaching that ultimate. I'm hearing that ultimatum for a number of you, okay, but that ultimate I'm hearing sense of responsibility, but idealized sense of responsibility as I'm hearing it for you. So Taurus, take it as you will, right? But there's this there's this momentum, okay, this momentum. But then it's almost like this, Taurus. I feel that it's like you're flying down this highway in this car, and you're like, okay, I can only go right 90 for so long, right, without kind of burning my wheels out a little bit. And hopefully not, hopefully not, always hopefully not. But there's this feeling of, I hold on, right? Like, let me pull over to the side of the road, right? Make sure that everything is sort of okay, right? With the way that I'm moving forward. Let me make sure, right, that I don't need, right, to maybe change my wheels for the terrain that I'm traveling through, right? Let me look at the map. Let me recollect and gather yet again, right, all of these plot points. All of this energy, this information, these data sets yet again. And then I'll reconvene, and then I will, right, revisit and refocus on the actual revving of this engine. So I feel that strategy is at play for you. I feel strategy is at play for you, and it's a question of this creative process, right? Daughter of Cups. It's very, very exciting. There's this eagerness to get your hands dirty, get your feet wet, but, right, yet again, there's this reshaping of ideals. There's this understanding of how it is that we contribute to this grander scheme, okay, of manifestation, and what you put in, right, interprets what you get out. And you're taking this, I'm getting this message in a very serious way. Like, you're like, I need to take a look at everything on the table, literally, all of the information, and you're setting it all out, all of the, again, the I'm hearing clients, profiles, all of the plot points. Yet again, I'm hearing data sets, all of it, right? Even if it's not directly related or connected, I need to understand where I'm giving myself, right? My creative self too. And it could be the smallest of things, it could be the biggest of things, but it's more conceptual as well. All right, now, where this brings you, Taurus, is to a state of self-sufficiency, feeling stable financially, feeling independent financially in terms of how you create, in terms of how you contribute to what you create, feeling that you are independent throughout that process, and also stable, but not because you are tied to what you create and to who you create with. There's a desire for independence. There's a desire for direction, but a freedom of direction all the same. And you feel that doing so, bringing yourself to this point, I'm hearing will bring you acclaim. Okay, I'm hearing that for a number of you, but will also be your passage into whatever this creative new beginning is. This new world. You feel that it will open up your opportunities. All right. Now, thank you so much, Taurus, for tuning into your reading. I hope that it was helpful for you. Thank you again for your patience with it. And I will be back soon with your mid-August reading, so stay tuned for that. I have a Twitter handle that I created for Alchemy and You. Specifically, if you want to connect there and receive the updates for when I post videos and things like that, if there are any changes to the website, any announcements, so on and so forth. So if you'd like to connect there and get the updates via Twitter, feel free to add the handle Alchemy and You. All right. Otherwise, I highly, highly, highly recommend you to check out your rising, ascendant, or moon sign as well, as oftentimes those may provide you with further insights into your situation. So, for example, I know that I resonate a lot with my moon sign, even more than my sun sometimes. I also resonate with my rising here and there, but you may also want to check out your Venus sign, okay, pertaining to matters of career, right? Finances, hobbies, the things that we enjoy, right? The pleasures. So you may want, right, to reference those signs that align with your chart as well. And if you don't know your signs, you can click the link below in the description box that I provide. Just input your birth details, birth time, birthplace, etc., and it should compute it for you. All right. So nonetheless, thank you so much again, Taurus, for tuning in, and I will see you soon. Bye.